Hello everyone, welcome back to the kingdom. Now, we're going to try and finish this off today. I don't want to spend too long on video for this. I do know I've been in the nether for quite a long time, and I do have a massive project set up next after this one, after I finish designing it, which I also want to do in the nether. So, I want to try and break it up today with some work somewhere else afterwards, but all I've done so far is lower down the floor level. And this is so that we can have enough fall damage for the pigmen and the skeletons, so that they'll die first of all. We've got a friend here who isn't here, quite peculiar. He's actually up there somewhere, I don't know where. And what I'm doing is, this bit in the middle needs to be 3 wide, so that I can have my cactuses in. And also someone, just as I started looking at this actually, they just posted it on thing, and I saw it in action. A magma cube fell down, and magma cubes, rightfully so, don't take full damage. So that's why my cactuses need to be 3 wide, so that all of them can fall into it and then get killed. So I'm going to make this a little bit wider, and probably make this go down a bit more, just so that when they fall in, even when the cactuses are full height, then they'll get stuck in there. I don't want them getting out again, although it wouldn't make much difference if they did. I might have to look at that actually, because I want anything that goes into the cactuses to be destroyed, removed from the mob cap. If they fall down, don't take full damage, then they are still one entity. If they break up, they become more than one entity, and then mob cap gets messed up. So I will be playing with that. I might want to make a more central cactus bit that goes down and down and down. It might be worth doing, and I'm going to think of a way to get in and out easier, because I'm really having a hard time at the moment with I've only got ender pearls to play with. So I'm going to get on with this and finish building up this outside bit here. So then I'm going to put my first layer of, I think I'm going to do the iron bars for the moment at least, because if I start doing glass, then these friendly things will destroy it. Iron bars, you can see through them, and I want to see the outside of the structure when we're finished. So iron bars it is, and then when I get up to the level of the spawning pads, I've got to leave a gap at each point. Also the gap has to be at least 1 thick. That ghast is annoying me. No burn me. Gap has to be at least 1 thick so that the airspace is cleared, but also it can't be just 1 thick because a magma cube could spawn on it. So I've got to play with that and see how I want to do that, and I'll be back with you when I've done that. So, welcome back for a progress report, the slime farm. Yeah, I get a lot of slimes, and I've done a huge amount of work here. I've got all the middle hollowed out completely, so where this was a massive bit in the middle, this has now gone downwards. A lot of effort, lots of deaths, lots of frustration actually. I died something like 8 times probably. Lost 3 efficiency 5 pickaxes and quite a lot of other stuff. Yeah, it wasn't that fun. Really wasn't that fun. I've got a glitched gas ball there from where I died when it got fired. Good fun. And what I found out that when they fall down, unlike regular slimes, magma cubes seem to want to keep going in the direction that they fell until they track a player. So if I'm down there or up there, I'm not close enough to be tracked. So they'll fall down and they'll fall into these ladders, into the fences, and just keep doing this the whole time. So if I was going to redesign this, I would have put the cactus on the outside, because that's the way they go forward with momentum and they keep going. What I think I'll do is take out this end bit here, or this bit here, and put a cactus roller all the way along. I think that will sort out the problem as well. So yeah, what I've done so far is just put these walls up. I've got most of the way up to the bottom layer. I'm still trying to think what I'm going to do when I get to the gaps. I want to leave the 1 airspace. Probably we'll just use these. We'll probably be okay with that. Okay. Yeah, lots of weird things happening in this. And the bug where in 1.4, if you get a satellite with lava, and then you've got a fire protection on, then when your fire protection potion finishes, you're still in fire. Forever. Yep, it's a huge thing with this nether lava. They haven't kind of got that working, which is incredibly frustrating. I hope that wasn't too of an awkward of a cut. The footage you just saw was about a week ago for me now, and I have had trouble recording this week because of certain housing issues I've been going through. So I've been doing this while I can and just haven't been able to record it. So I'll give you a quick look first of how it's progressing. It's almost done. I'm really happy how it's ending up. And you can see I've got the iron bars all the way to the top. There is a one gap at every spawn space air block layer. So that should hopefully keep the maximum spawn efficiency. And the bars are there to stop the spawns, the gas from spawning and then firing inwards. If I'm in there, they can't destroy anything meaningful, even if they do get that through that tiny little bar gap. But it's been quite productive. I've got 4 skulls from just jumping up and down without looting sword, so I'm using one of these. And oh, it's been a horrific time building this. I'll show you in a minute how far down it's gone, but I've died so many times. I've lost loads of pickaxes and things. I'm just been using iron pickaxes now because I can't afford to lose all the diamond efficiency 5s. Can we get in there? Oh no. Oh dear. Oh yeah. That's okay then. Let's see. So, I've decided to leave these flat and not do a staircase. I'm doing trapdoors for ender pearls. So, I have to ender pearl up and then ender pearl, well, just jump back down basically. So, the blaze are an issue though. So you do have to drink a anti-fire potion probably. But nothing on here. Close the trapdoor, come back down. So you can get away from the blaze. So I'm just trying to keep the maximum spawn efficiency, and I don't want to do a staircase so much because it would make it look a bit weird. But down here is the way down, and everyone's getting here. So this is all finished now, this part. Everything above is finished. I'm not going to do the signs or trapdoors on the edges of the platforms. And if I can just go up here, I'll show you what's been done here. So this is almost ready. I probably will remove these signs here, they look a bit ugly. And all I'm going to do now is put in the cactus trail on the outside, cactus trail on the inside, and then I've got a half slab the rest of this probably. Or, I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't really matter that much. I'm going to put the cactus trail in the inside, cactus trail on the outside. And that's about it, I think. Edit these bottom bits here so that they have an obsidian bottom maybe. I didn't want it to go down this far because I want the slimes to be able to jump through, so I don't want to block their path for that. But I do quite like this effect from before. And down here I have been busy. Yeah, while I was derping around I did need some supplies, so just of interest, you might want to know, I've gone through about 3 double chests of fire resistance potions of 8 minutes each, so I've had to start brewing them here again. So I've been playing with these, and I'll show you here, bucket of water. I didn't know this would actually work in the nether until I tried it, but bucket water. And 3 like normal, but it works in the nether, which is awesome. So all I need to do is throw a load of buckets of water in a ender chest, and then throw it out here in the chest here, and then I can get a whole ton of potions for it. So you don't have to have an infinite water source here, no, because you can't do it anymore in 1.4. You can even do it 1.3. So it's got a potion area here with some nether wart, just a charging station here, and nothing much there. Bit of food here, some cactuses that I'm just growing for the farms up there to kill them. And potato thing here. Now, I don't think I'm going to be doing the potato thing. I don't know. I might, because the melons I decided are actually a really easy way of doing food for down here. They're just, you don't need much food, and it's quite safe. So this should be slime proof. The slimes won't fall down here. They can't spawn the ledge up there. So once that's made safe up there, then hopefully it'll be more efficient. And we are going to light this portal here today, because I had a thought on the week that I've been doing this. I thought maybe there's a small chance that going through here, as we are, say, 200 blocks away from the other base through the nether, so about 1600 blocks on the overworld. I don't think it will be a new loaded chunks. I think it'll be already loaded chunks, so I don't think I have a chance of witch farm or anything. But it may be closer to an area that would have a witch farm, so I am tempted to do that in the future. So this may be the entrance to that eventually, but I will light that later today when I'm finished the farmy bit for the cactuses. Whew. So I've also been setting up loads of more ice trails and things, expanding it out. I think that's enough at the moment, so I'm going to continue with these cactuses, and I'm going to get back to you when hopefully all the cactuses are done and that top is done completely. So, see you in a sec. Okay, well, it's done. I think it's done for what I want it at the moment, and I've put in the cactuses, as you can see in a second. And I thought, why not give this a dual purpose? So I kind of made a cactus farm as well. If I can get in. So welcome to the Nether Cactus Farm. I've got walkways going along. I've got my ladder going up. There is no ladder coming to the central point. That's just because I'm going to ender pearl everywhere. I can change that at some point if I really want to, but to be honest, I'd expect me to have an ender pearl on me anyway. A couple of things I don't know what to do with is that on the very corners there is the one wide bit there that they can fall on top of. I might want to change the block to a half slab or something so that they fall onto a cactus. But once they've fallen down onto a cactus, they always die pretty quickly. I saw that quite a few times. But yes, I'm going to edit the edge sometime, but at the moment, as soon as they move off of that edge, then they die. So it's not like it's going to be destroying the mob cap. So at the moment, at the moment we're on only 50 odd mobs, so it's not like we're even hitting the mob cap. It just means when the big ones come down, they disperse. Then those little ones are then killed off afterwards, which is fine. So I'm not too worried about that at all. And everything else up here is exactly the same. So I'm going to call this wither farm a finish at the moment, for now at least. Also, because they got the new snapshot out, I was reluctant to move on to the next snapshot actually this time. I was kind of a bit burnt out from the 1.4 snapshots and the 1.3 before that, so I was looking for a little bit of stability for a short period anyway. But I know you can get fireworks now, which can be ready for New Year's, and with them you can use wither skulls to get creeper faces on them. And I do have quite a lot of wither skulls, and these I've got 4 just from a non-looting sword. I've got all these items to repair, which I will need to do today because I just don't have anything left. It's ridiculous. But this is where we're going to take the portal to, and I really hope that it's in a swamp with a witch farm, well, witch hut, but I do doubt it quite strongly. But you never know. You can always hope. So, oh wow, I got that on camera. Oh wow, I've done that before in creative once before, but I've never done it. What height are we at? 14. Ooh. That's quite cool actually. If this is already down here at y equals 14, I actually need some torches and things, don't I? Whoops. But that could be a very convenient extra strip mine. Ah. So anyway, I'm going to go to the surface I think, and we sort of biome in anyway. We're in ice plains. Minus 4000x. Oh, it might be a new area. Now I'm going to have a little look at the surface after I just light this area up I think, and then I get back to you. Okay, so I just came to investigate this mine, and there's some diamonds sitting on the surface. It might be all of them. Probably is all of them there. And there's one more here at least. And it looks like, oh, not one more. Two more. I can live with that. So, that is definitely a new area here, because as I came across, wood set alight from the lava over there and that sort of thing, which only updates when you go into there first of all, and I wouldn't have noticed it otherwise if I had been here before, as in created the chunks. So I guess what I have to do now is just pillar up, if I can find my way back, I can. Very good. Very nice. So now I'm going to have to go upwards. Probably to make some... I'll make some ladders and I'll go up from mine shaft and then I'll see you at the surface and we'll see what biomes are around us here. Well, I came all the way up and I didn't want to load up too many chunks because this world is always always a very big world and I'd hate to make it big without any reason, but as you can see it's all ice fields and all of this should be, it would seem, 1.4.5 generated land. So if there was a swamp around it would have a witch hut in it, but at the moment from here I can't see any other biome at all basically. Tempting to have some kind of ice farm here though, just a fun automated one, but other than that I think I'm going to have a quick look around. If I don't find anything I'll just carry on, if I do then I'll give you a look. So back in a second. So it feels like I haven't been back to my main base in ages, and I don't think I've been back here apart from to pick up some items now and then for about 2 weeks now, which is really weird. So what I've got from my collection so far, all this damaged armour which needs to be fixed quite badly. I got my extra 4 with the skulls without using looting sword just when I was building the rest of it. So in here with the skulls are up to 31 out of our 64 target we had. Still not sure if I should go for 64, seeing as they've got the snapshots now. I do probably want to go up to snapshots soon. Just the one that came out wasn't seem actually that interesting, apart from the fireworks stuff, which is not really a clever thing, it's just a showy thing. Meh. I prefer the more technical fun things. But anyway, enough of that. I've got plenty of skulls, so I do have the option to get loads of beacons for strip mining, and I can actually put some in this base, finally. I've got so many beacons, I think I've got something like 8 beacons maybe? Maybe, I don't even remember now, jotted around, but I don't have any in this base area at all, which is, yeah, it's not as good actually. And, what do I say, there we are. So, I finished that wither farm, which has been a huge project, and eventually I might want to remove land around it and that sort of thing, but in there the entity count was only about 50 anyway, so it hasn't gone really near the cap, so I'm not really too concerned about that. So now I'm kind of looking for a new project, and if I can get up and out here, then we know we were doing our Sky Fortress, and that's not being stopped, don't worry, and the new people might not know about this. This is where the main base I want to have staying here, and this base down there was always meant to be a temporary base. I just kind of built around it, but this is going to be the full base, and I want to have a gigantic mob trap on top of it, and all different farms and things branching off of it, which is going to take a huge amount of time. It's definitely my long-term project. As you can see, I'm starting to put the glass into it, still collecting a lot of that, and just trying to think of ways to design it as I'm doing it. I haven't really got a big plan for the top. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do it, so as I say, as I keep going, weeks upon weeks, I think about it now and then and see if I can come up with an idea. Any suggestions? I'd love to hear them. I'm not the most creative person, but when I get an idea, I really run with it. So I was waiting for that little bit of a eureka moment. And I do have another project lined up in the nether, as I mentioned before. And it's a very big one again, although it's very large scale, but won't take me that long at all. It's just placing lots and lots and lots of items, which I might have to collect, but it shouldn't be that bad. And I've got to finish designing that first though. I'm a little bit behind schedule myself because I haven't been able to record for a bit, which is depressing, but it's going to get there eventually, in the next couple of weeks I hope. And something I was playing around with as I was in the nether doing my little farms and things under the wither farm, and realising that you can actually use the buckets of water to go into the cauldrons and then get vials out of them for water, which I didn't actually know worked in the nether. I thought as soon as you placed the water it would just disappear, so that's nice to know. At least it's a way of getting the water into there so that you can use up lots of bottles. But another thing is that I wanted to do a automated harvesting nether wart farm without using water, which can be used in the nether. And I was thinking about having one of these in the areas between my portals, as I got a huge area there which I could obviously put lots of trees and things in there and do farms, which would be quite nice and use the space, and as I run in and out they'll grow. So I'm going to set up here just a very nice simple piston device which is going to lift all of these up at once and then back down. So I'm going to set it up and not bore with the details, and then I'll show you how it works. So we're back in a minute. Okay, so this is sorted out now, and I'll be on to do this a little while. Just a nice little thing that I like to, well, I work in iterations, and what that means is I'll build something and then go back to it a couple of weeks later and see if I can improve it, and just keep going and keep going until I get it like how I want. So this is just a nice simple way of harvesting my nether wart without having to punch it all, and then I can just plant it again. So nothing too fancy, but simple and nice to use. And I probably will put one of these in my nether and show you how it works down here. All it is a little redstone torch array. These ones go to top pistons, these ones power the blocks which power the other pistons, so they all go at the same time, and it just inverts them all down the bottom. Nice and simple and easy to use. So I probably will do a big one of these in the nether, just for show probably, because it's not like I need the nether wart, but it's nice to have items, as you may know. If you have them, then you can use them for anything you want. So that's that done. Nice little thing to add into the base. I like doing that. And I do have an outstanding piece of work from quite a while ago now actually. My first donator. I need to build him a house in the end to start my end village, and because it was my first donator I think I'll add a diamond block in it. So I'm going to see you there at the end, and I'm going to start building a little house I think. So I've collected up some diamond blocks, and I've actually got 18 of them at the moment in the mines. I might do some live streaming, or might have by now actually done some live streaming doing some mining, because that is good fun and people actually want to see that. So I'm not much of a builder, I'm more of an architect and a technical builder. So this is very technical on its layout, the circles and how it's all built up, and that took me a lot of time. And the buildings inside, they're not particularly amazing, but they work. So I'm not much of a sit down, let's build stuff that we have in real life. I have never really seen the point. No, we're playing a fantasy game. I don't want to build a hut. Yeah, but no, I will build these houses because they're going to build up my village, and I wouldn't be building houses if they weren't for a purpose. And they will be donated houses, so as I do get donators, if I do get any more, then the village can build up, and then I have my end village working. Assuming the villagers still breed in the end in 1.4.5, they did before. And also had another idea that I might, for any large donators, actually bring some mobs through the end portal and give them items. And I think if anyone did donate, then they could just ask what items they want their particular mob to wear, so either zombie or skeleton, and I could get through the end and trap it in a house. That's quite a cool idea. I've not seen that done before. Well, I haven't anyway. So, off to the end now, and I've got to try and work out where I want to start the housing, because I do want to build the sand temple in the end for the infinite breeder. Oh, hello pigman. And I guess if there was a particularly large nation, I could always try and pull a wither skeleton through the end. Now that would be a huge effort, like ridiculous. When the snapshot was out that I could duplicate mobs through the end portal, and if you haven't seen that, then I'll link it in the description. I built pretty much the ultimate iron farm. You couldn't do any better than that, but that doesn't work anymore. And when I was doing that, we were also duplicating wither skeletons in creative on test worlds, not on here, but on test worlds, and they were just such a huge effort, but you can't spawn them in on creative, not in vanilla anyway, so they were a pain. So here's the current infinite spawner, and not doing much at the moment, but there's plenty of villagers, and I have decided on a good light that I will use on the bedrock from quite a while ago now actually, and I still got to clear that up, but I'm going to think of a location for the main sand temple. Probably want it around, it has to be in loading range for one, so about here is probably a good one. So if I just put some nice ugly blocks here for where the centre of the temple would be, and the temples aren't that small, are they? So they'll probably reach quite a way, and that's some endermen. Oh hello, I've only got a stone sword on me. I'll deal with him in a minute. So, actually I've got some water, haven't I? I could be very... lol. So, temples are probably go up to around there. So I'll probably build my first house over near the portal, and just over there. And there we go, location. So I'm back with you once I've built it. I think I I spent hours doing this, so I won't show it all. So I'll probably try and show you the end. So back in a bit. So there we are, first house done. Thank you Ryan for the donation. For future people, if you send me your in-game name, I can put that on them as well. It might be easier than having your actual name. So, nice simple little house, and the criteria has to be a house that can be used as a functional villager house. So it has to have the door being able to come to the sunlight and all that. And so hopefully we build up the whole end here to a giant village, so it's all nice and functional and they breed. And just a nice simple one. I think it looks quite nice. Lots of air and open, so you can see that the main people are in it. And here we've got some just basic lighting. Got the emerald block in the front for the emerald village, and it's got a diamond block in the middle. So it's a nice little thing to have. And eventually we'll work our way all the way out so that everything will be sand, or sandstone, just like this. And I might actually bring a cactus here at some point, but at the moment I think that's a pretty good job. So I think that's a good time to finish today, and I think I'll just finish with hopefully what will be the thumbnail, and we're going to go just have a look from the outside at the final nether wither farm. And there we go, finished with the farm. Eventually I will clear some of this stuff out, but at the moment that is done, and I'm pretty pleased with it. I think it looks good. I can see a wither skeleton in there already. So yeah, that's the end of it for today guys. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.